Taken down right at the 20.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down, 18 Gator.
Get your swerve on.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Huntley, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
18 Gator.
Single. There on the tackle. A gain of 4.
Smooth.
It's now second and 6.
To throw on second down. Eason. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 41.
Throwing on first down. Eason. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
91.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. 30 base.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 36.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
On first and 10, Eason. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
You're out.
Now a give, right side. Huntley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On third down, Eason.
Anytime you call an inside running play,
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 27 yards. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 18. They'll get this out wide to Allison. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Geronimo Allison, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
2 218, chop.
16-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
Ready to go. Shoot.
On second down, Huntley, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Back to throw. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
Hey, high 7.
Check, check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. Check, check.
Lead grip. Lead grip.
Looking to throw. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Back to throw. Eason. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 4.
On second down now, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Lions.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. These two teams all tied after one. First down carry here for Johnson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
40 got. 40 got.
Watch the
On 2nd down, Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Exit. Check 31. Check 31.
11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll rifle, and that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good pickup there at 22. Looking to throw. Eason, he's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return is Peterson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 2nd down now, Huntley. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 43-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll run with Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Hey, box top.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on fourth down last year, but they'll try it here.
Five. Ready.
On fourth down, Eason. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Set. 180.
Check 53. Come on, baby. Come on.
On first down, Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Swift. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
32.
Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed head coach.
And got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Check 15.
General West.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, Swift, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
First down, Lions.
So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. He don't want it. Mike, 53.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Stafford on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Set. 180. Defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's checking. Scratch. Watch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
On first down, Eason. He's going to loft one deep left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check. Lucky. Check it out, Reed. Real right. 22. Twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. He's coming. We got Monday.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Like 7. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
On second down now. Swift. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
Get away, D! Get away, D! Watch the run. Hey, 50. 53's the hey. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
To throw on third down. Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth.
Here we go.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now we give right side. Huntley. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Ready? 10-2 start.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to throw. Eason. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check 37.
Zebra.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Stafford, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. And now the kick is blocked. And all the defense has it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, 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 kill.
Protein spill.
Flash zone. Flash zone. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Flare.
Smooth.
Hey, check.
Fight.
Looking to throw. Eason. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's just me and you.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
On 4th down, Eason. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Allison, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford now to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Set. 180.
58, come on. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now Stafford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Arizona, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.